We finally have a heavyweight undisputed world champion, Alexander Usyk, as he beat Tyson Fury by split decision. And what an incredible fight that was last night, guys. Really enjoyed that one. Unfortunately, I'm away from my usual setup, guys, so I'm going to have to do this as a stream, but I just wanted to give you my quick thoughts on the fight itself and how it played out. I guess in those early rounds, I had pretty much Usyk. I thought he was in control in those first three rounds. You know, he was targeting the body of Fury. Fury was clearly just trying to work out the movements and the approach from Usyk, and he was just using his feints and trying to basically get his range right. Whereas Usyk was applying that pressure right from the beginning, and in that usual fashion, you know, controlling with the jab, trying to get that outside position, and doing a good job landing to the body. And it wasn't on that until the fourth round. There was a bit of urgency at the end of the third from the Fury camp for him to really kind of put on the gas a bit more and start throwing that right hand. And once Fury started doing that, you know, that right uppercut and that right to the body, oof, you know, it was working. It was landing consistently on Usyk, and you know, you could tell it was making Usyk very hesitant at times. I felt. I also thought, you know, from that point on, Fury was really in control of the fight, guys. You know, as much as Usyk was still always in front of Fury, you know, he was still able to land some big shots. And for me, he was winning those rounds. And, you know, I think you could tell Fury was using showboating and feints to kind of really try and offset Usyk in those mid rounds as well and kind of try and take away his confidence. But going into that ninth round, probably one of the most incredible rounds I've seen in recent memory in heavyweight boxing. And for me personally, you know, if that was any other fight, ref would have jumped in and called it off. And the only thing I can think was the referee kind of gave Tyson the benefit of the doubt, mainly because of his history, being able to recover pretty well from taking big shots. But I've never seen Tyson Fury like that in his whole career. He was completely on another planet. You know, the ropes were actually saving him from getting knocked over, and the fact he was able to survive that round is just unbelievable. And here's just a quick clip of that. And yeah, as you can see there, he was probably very lucky to survive. You know, if that was any earlier in the round, my God, that would have definitely been a Usyk uh, knockout, in my opinion. And I guess it's just you know, that left hand that he landed in that round was just a thing of beauty. You know, just perfection right on the chin. And you can see from that picture, just an iconic picture that will be in the years to come, no doubt. And yeah, he totally had Fury in the rocks from that point. And I guess all I can say is that Usyk was really in complete control for the rest of the fight after that. He dominated the rounds. Yeah, Fury landed one or two big shots to the right hand with the uppercut and the right to the body, but you know, he just did not look right. He was completely shaken from that ninth round. And you know, fair play to Usyk. He stayed disciplined. He didn't rush in trying to look for the finish. He knew he had a job to do, and I think those three early rounds that which he took, and I think on most people's cards, were the difference. And you know, you've got to wonder, you know, was it part of the Usyk team to kind of maybe take off the gas a little bit in those mid rounds to kind of make Fury open up a bit more? And obviously that led to him getting caught with that big left hook in the ninth round. And yeah, you just can't help but think there was maybe a bit of that. But you know, I think as well, Fury was landing those big right uppercuts, and you could tell Usyk was very hesitant. And you know, he was trying to get that outside position a lot more after that because he was trying to get away from the right hand of Fury. And yeah, I think it was the right game plan for Usyk. I think he stood in front of him and was constantly in his face, putting that pressure on him, forcing Fury to think throughout the whole fight. And because Fury was landing that right hand so consistently, you know, there was always the threat that he could just knock out Usyk at any moment as well in those mid rounds. Well, that's the way I looked at it anyway. And yeah, I think the only criticism I could probably say about Fury in that fight was maybe he was showboating a little bit too much. Yeah, he was wanting to have fun in there and prove that he was the better fighter, but I just think it didn't really work out in his favor. I think he should have been a bit more disciplined, and he paid the price for it in that ninth round. Obviously, maybe a quicker start as well from Fury would have been best as well, in my opinion. I think he's obviously wanting to check out Usyk. He should have maybe tried to put it on Usyk a little bit earlier with that right hand. This was such a high level fight in terms of both of them having such exceptional ring IQ. The feints of Fury and the timing was exceptional, and then the pressure and the jab and that left hand from Usyk was just a thing of beauty. And overall, yeah, you've got to applaud both of them for putting on such a fight. And personally, I'd like to see the rematch for both of them. I think it's deserved, and they're coming to the end of their careers as well, and I don't really know how it will end up for either man going forward. I felt they both looked a little bit off the pace, if I'm not going to lie, especially Tyson Fury. Fury was more off the pace in my opinion, whereas Usyk still looked athletic, still looked good, but those mid rounds he kind of slowed down, and he's turning 37, or he is 37, I believe, and Tyson Fury 36 into his late. They're both into their late 30s now, so you wonder how much longer they can really keep going on. And yeah, no, overall, guys, just a tremendous fight, and I'm just happy we have an undisputed heavyweight champion. Personally, I think it was very well deserved from Alexander Usyk. Maybe unlucky not to get that knockout in the end in his record, but yeah, I think applaud both men. Fury definitely performed well. However, like I said, guys, that ninth round was the difference in the end where that left hand landed. And, once again, just applaud the Saudis for making this finally happen. It took far too long. And I'm just happy that, these big fights are coming back. And yeah, guys, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. How did you have the fight? I've seen a few people saying Fury won the fight, definitely a couple of swing rounds in there. But personally, I just felt that ninth round was the decisive factor to win the fight for Usyk, in my opinion. And yeah, guys, that's my opinion on the fight. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And who do you think wins the rematch? And what happens next for both guys? This has been Jamie from Boxing Life. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, guys, I'll see you in the next one.